We are pleased to
Srimati Annapurnamba. Welcome to all of you who have, many have come after yesterday's program. Yesterday we had the first Satsang by Sundari Amma, who is the first disciple of Guruji Sri Amritananda Natha. She is well known for her satsangs which she used to conduct in Bombay for well over 30 years plus. 35 years plus. And her talks were like a magnet. They used to draw people because of the simplicity, but at the same time the content that it contained. So all the interrelation between the Puranas and the depth of the spiritual talks really brought people, closer. And she created a huge community in Bombay in those days, and who eventually also came to Devipuram and became part of our Devipuram family. So we are very, very happy to have her here again today. So, a little taste of honey is not enough. You need more. So today we have come back for more of the same. Today's topic, I think, is
symbolism.
Symbolism. Okay, symbolism. Okay, let's find out. Okay, thank you. Yes, we'd like some cute balas who are here. They would like to welcome her with a bunch of flowers. Roses.
Turn this side. Turn this side.
Hold it. You are giving it to her. Okay?
Put your hand. Put your hand.
Yes. Smile now. All of you smile.
So what these balas are linked to Bala Tripura Sundari.
Yes. Yes. Her name is originally Bala Tripura Sundari. So we call her Sundari Amma. But also she is known as Maheswari, Srimati Annapurnamba. But Bala Tripura Sundari. So Bala Tripura Sundari, and everybody. So all of us. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So you will see that.
Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Sri Parambhaya Namaha. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheswara. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum Shashibannam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vigno Prashantaye. Today's topic is symbolism in Hindu philosophy, either in Upanishads or Puranas. The profound knowledge is conveyed through some symbols. Either the construction of the temple or the idols or deities inside the temple, and the weapons they hold in their hands, and the ornaments they wear, and their dress, and their vehicles, and the naivedyams which are offered to her, and all the 16 upacharas we are offering, either mythology connected with those deities, they are all symbolic in nature. If you do not know the underlying symbolism, you cannot catch the philosophy. For example, yesterday, Kubja and Krishna. There is an ugly woman and Krishna. That is the story. But that ugly woman symbolizes our ugly mind, which has got 3 deformities. So that symbolism is shown in the story. If you know the symbolism, you will realize that is applied to us. That is our story. Kubja is within us. Krishna is also within us, who is going to remove the deformities. Like that, all the rituals, the mythology, all are symbolic in nature. They convey some messages to us. So here, let us look at the emblem of Ramakrishna mission. We are going to talk about that. This is the emblem of Ramakrishna mission, and it has got a lotus in full bloom, and a lake, and a swan, a serpent with fully opened hood, and bright sun. These are the things to be observed. Let us see what they symbolize and what they want to convey to us. First, lotus. This lotus symbolizes bhakti, devotion. Devotion is always attractive. So lotus is very beautiful, attractive. It has the serene glow, radiance, tenderness, and a sweet nectar and tranquility and fragrance. The fragrance is important. The fragrance is called in Sanskrit gandham. In Sri Suktam, when we recite Gandhat Bharam Dura Darsham Nitya Pushtam Karishinim, when we recite that, we take some sandalwood paste and apply to Devi. What is the gandham you are offering? Not the sandalwood adulterated thing which you get in the bazaar. That is the gandham which you contain within you. The samskaras, the good vasanas you carry, the genes you carry. Those are the gandhas. So that lotus has that fragrance. All this includes bhakti. The fragrance of bhakti is what brings the God to his devotees. The God is attracted towards the devotees, just as a bee is attracted towards that bee. Here, God yields very easily to devotion. We know that. Lalita Sahasranamam, Bhakti Vashya, Bhakti Labhya, Bhakti Sulabha, Bhakti Gamya. That is the goal, they say. So here, in Puranas, Krishna was easily accessible by the Gopikas, who are illiterate and who did not have the knowledge of scriptures. They didn't do any spiritual austerities. They didn't do any Navavarna Puja, Abhishekas, nothing. They only know one thing, that is they love Krishna. From morning till night, they run after Krishna. What do you want more than that? So, that is the bhakti. So, he was easily accessible towards the Gopikas. Fine? Gopikas. That is in the Bhagavatam, you will get that story. So, bhakti is a connecting link between God and devotees. That is a connecting link. It brings joy because it is connected with God. What all God has got, those qualities will come to the devotee. It brings joy and inspiration in the life of a devotee. All the saints like Shankaracharya, Chaitanya Prabhu, Tyagaraja, Purandar Das, Tulsi Das, Meera, Ekanath, Tukaram, you take anybody. All the saints and devotees, when they pray to God, when they appear in, God appears to them, when the God asks them, what do you need? As a boon, the devotees ask, you give us bhakti. They were poor, they were suffering from poverty. They didn't ask for Aishwaryam. They didn't ask for knowledge. They asked, give us bhakti, sada sarvada, ni padamala chanta, ni pada kamalamala sevayu. You give me bhakti so that I can serve you. That is the boon they wanted. Not only in one life, in all through their lives. How many lives? They say 84 lakhs lives a man or a creature gets evolution. So, Shankaracharya in Shivananda Lahari, he says, make me an insect or a plant or a bird or an animal or a man or a deity. It doesn't matter to me. but I want only one thing from you, you please give me bhakti. Because they are very smart. If they have bhakti, God is always connected. So whenever they call Krishna, Govinda, Gopala, he is at their doorstep. What do they want more than that? When God is with them, all the divine qualities will be with them. So that is what the nature of bhakti is. We may think that it is very easy to have bhakti. But without God's grace, bhakti cannot come. Bhakti cannot come. They may be visiting the temple, they may be reciting the prayers, but having devotion in their hearts, nischalamana, stable bhakti, that is very difficult to get. That is why Lalita Sahasranamam, Punya Kirtir, Punya Labhya, Punya Sravana Kirtana, unless you are blessed, before you choose God, you should be chosen by God. That is the greatness of bhakti. Here, there is a small instance or a story you can call, illustrates the power of bhakti. There were 3 persons who wanted to cross the river. That's why the other shore, the divine Lord is present. These people wanted to cross the river and reach the other shore. The first one went swimming and reached the shore. He is a karma yogi. The second one hired a boat, paid some money. That boat is jnana and reached the destination. He is a jnana yogi. The third person did not have any money to hire a boat and he didn't know swimming also. So he was crying helplessly in anguish. He poured out his feelings and cried out to the Lord, please help me to reach the shore. So the Lord had to come to this fellow and carry him and reach him to the shore. That is the Bhakti Yogam. That is the story of the Bhakta. So it is the Lord's nature to rescue those who surrender themselves without ego. So surrendering also sometimes ego will be there. So without ego, ego means edging God out is ego. Ahankara. Aham means nenu. There is no God. As long as the ego is there is no place for God. So surrender means Sharanagata Dinartha Paritrana Parayane. Whenever you call her, oh mother, come and save me. Deenanga Adagalita. Not with ego. Helpless condition. So Sharanagata Dinartha Paritrana Parayane. She has taken an oath that I will come and rescue. Because she is the mother. She has to rescue the children. So Sharanagata Dinartha Paritrana Parayane Sarvasyarti Hare Devi. Arti means Dukkhamulu, or troubles, or problems. There are so many types of problems. That is one meaning. Sarvasyarti means not only mine, Sarvasya. When I repeat that mantra, I am not praying Mother, you remove my problems, you remove my dukkhams. No. Unknowingly you are praying for all the others in the world. Sarvaloka Kalyana. That is the beauty of Sanskrit language. So, Sarvasya Arti. Arti means Dukkhamalu. Sarvasya means all types of problems you remove. That is one meaning. Sarvasya Arti, all the dukkhas of all the people, irrespective of their religion, caste or nationality, it doesn't matter. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. That is included in that Sarvasya Arti. Hare Devi, that is the nature of Rishis. Rishis are above all these prejudices. So they have, Indra has composed this stanza to Devi. Sarvaisarti Hare Devi Narayani Namostute. This with a surrendering spirit, you have to repeat this mantra. This is a mantra repeated by Indra in Saptashati. It is referred by a small example in Sanskrit. Marjala Kishora Nyayam. Marjala means cat. So when the kitten are small, their eyes are closed they cannot move, they do not know where they belong, where the mother is. If they are hungry or if they are in trouble, they cry out for mother. The mother will be roaming around hunting for food. As soon as the mother hears the cries of the anguish from the kitten, it comes running, rushing and helps that kitten because they are helpless. They are dependent on the mother. That is the Marjala Kishora Nyayam. God also comes to the rescue of the devotees like a cat rescuing the kitten. We know the Bhagavatam, all the stories, how Krishna had to come running from Vaikuntham. Sometimes there should be a conflict also between the Lakshmi and the Mahavishnu. You didn't tell me before you left that Vaikuntham. Sirikin Chappadu, Gajendra Moksham. Gajendra Moksham. So that elephant was struggling in the grip of that crocodile. First it thought that I can manage. I am so strong and majestic. It was the king of the elephants up in the forest. It struggled for 100 or 1,000 of years, but it couldn't get out of that grip of the crocodile. Then he realized, I am helpless. First he doubted the presence of God. Then he said, if there is any God, please come and help me. That is why God took such time to come and help. Then Lord Vishnu came on the vehicle of Garuda, eagle, and rescued that elephant. Here it's a symbolic story again. All the stories in Bhagavatas are symbolic. That elephant represents the soul of the human beings who never cared for God when they were okay, but when it's caught in the grip of the crocodile, when it was losing the battle, that time he remembered God. That time he called. Usually we use God as when you are in trouble, you go to the police. When you are in trouble, you go to the lawyer. When you have a problem, you go to your doctor. So God is like such a commodity. Only when you are in trouble, you remember God. That is one side of the story. But yesterday I told you that Namah Shivaya Mantram, the children are taught from the beginning to recite the name of God, whether you are in trouble or when you are happy also. Adi akkada Gajendra story. Here, Gajendra represents the soul, and that lake represents the samsara, which is full of all the sharks and crocodiles. And another example of the power of bhakti. Great mystic Paramahamsa, Calcutta, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, who is a great devotee of Kali. He went to a gathering of spiritual scholars at Arya Samaj. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was doing worshipping or Upasaka of Mahakali. He used to talk to her like a mother. He used to believe in Sagunapasana. So Arya Samaj, the followers of Arya Samaj, do not accept idol worship. According to them, the Brahman is a Nirakara, Nirguna. He has no form, no name. So he is Nirguna Nirakara, he has no form. So they used to look down upon the people who used to keep vigrahas and do the puja. They used to look down upon them. So they belittled Ramakrishna. Anyway, he went to that gathering and they asked Ramakrishna to address that gathering. Then he said, I do not know anything. I have only one desire, to see that mother, Kali. Except having that desire, I do not know much about God. He was such a simple, innocent child, his bhakti. And then in Bengali, he started a song. He started to sing a song in Bengali, expressing his anguish to have a darshan of Kali, as if a small child who is drifted away from the mother and crying for the mother. That emotional feeling was there in his song. when he was singing the song, tears rolled down his cheeks and he went into samadhi. And he was unconcerned about the surroundings. He went into the samadhi, and all the people who gathered there, they are great scholars. Vedas, Upanishads, for the last 20-25 years, they used to churn the Vedas and get that butter out of it. Those people had the vibration from him and they started shedding tears and they fell flat at the feet of Ramakrishna and they said, all these days we were trying to gather information about God in our books. But today we had the experience of God, divinity, just because of you. That is bhakti. If a person is devoted in the family, the vibration should have appeared to the other person. Their hearts were moved. All these days their heads were full of the doctrines. Sagunam, Nirgunam, these chakras, Kundalini Shakti. All this matter was there in the heads. But Ramakrishna Paramahamsa believed, she is my mother and I want to see her. Every day, one day is over, he used to cry. One day is passed in my life and when can I see my mother? That is the great power of bhakti. So they realized that all their Vedic knowledge for which they spent all their life is in fact flowing in and out in each breath of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. That is the lotus which we saw in that emblem. That is the Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. When he was in Samadhi, he told somebody said, you have this picture, he is entering into the Samadhi. That is, photo is available nowadays. Now next comes that emblem you put. Sun. The next item is the sun. Sun is the symbol for knowledge. Now you can collect up. Without sun, the lotus cannot bloom. Here, sunlight is necessary for it to blossom. So devotion develops only when you know that a superpower exists. Unless you know that God exists, you can't be devoted. How many people are there, they don't believe in God? So there is no question of devotion at all. Knowledge is the seed of bhakti. You should know that some superpower is there, in whose hands you are a puppet. You cannot do anything. So that is the knowledge. It starts, then it turns into devotion. A mere bud does not spread fragrance unless it blossoms with the help of sunlight. That is why we say buds are not used for worship, because there is no sunlight. It should blossom into a flower, then the flowers are preferred for worship. Because faith backed by knowledge of the Supreme is more progressive and stronger than an emotional outpouring. You should know why you are doing that puja. Then you will be interested in offering that service. For example, we offer dhupam, incense. And they say Devi likes dhupam. Inta kattal techi dhupam veliginchestaru. Dhupam veligiste, we think that she is pleased. What is that dhupam? The inner meaning of that. Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, visarjanam rupi. Get rid of that tamogunam in you. Dhupam is black in color. So tamogunam. Get rid of the tamogunam. When you light that matchstick and come in contact with that dhupam, agarbatti, then red color comes. That tamogunam is converted into rajogunam. Then it becomes an ash, sattvagunam. So the transformation should take place in the aspirant. Your tamogunam should be converted into rajogunam and it should change into sattvagunam. Then the fragrance comes out. If you keep it in the shirt, no fragrance. Only when the jnanam is attached to that, the jnanam is the fire. When it comes in contact with that fire, then the sattvagunam comes, emits out of that. Then the fragrance comes. That is why whatever pujas you do, for example, you light the karpura. After the puja is over, you offer the karpura, nirajan, nivedya, namaha. Why do you offer camphor? Because the camphor represents your mind. Manolaya Swarupam Karpura Nirajanam. For doing all these offerings, you need your mind. You have to get up and bring the fruits and offer Om Bhurgo Swaha. You have to repeat that Gayatri mantra. Everything is done. Now, the mind should be absorbed in meditation. So, the Karpuram is white in color, solid. You bring fire to that, it becomes vapor. And the small piece of Karpuram becomes vapor, and that vapor occupies the whole room, that good flavor or the fragrance. It becomes Vyapakatvam. Your bhakti is Sarva Vyapakatvam. That fragrance is spread around. That Karpuram is no more. It is not to be seen. Your mind is not there. Your mind has become broadened. That is the meaning in Karpura Nirajanam. So, all the offerings you do, they have some meaning. If you know the meaning, then you will enjoy that puja. Otherwise, it becomes a mechanical thing. Telisi Rama Chintana Cheyave O Manasa. That is why you should know Rama, 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 Rama. That's not enough. You should know who is Rama. Is he limited only to Ayodhya? Pattabhirama, Sita Rama, Janaki Rama, Atma Rama. Rama is in the Atma. Every Atma Rama is there. Rama, yesterday I told you, Ra, Agni Bijam, Surya Bijam, Ma, Chandra Bijam. All the three Kundalini is here. Shakti is in that name Rama. Telisi Rama Chintana Cheyave. That is why it is called Taraka Mantram. Here, there we saw Marjala Kishora Nyayam. This instance is connected with another incident, Markata Kishora Nyayam. Markata means monkey. The monkey's case is different. When the monkey gives birth to the children and the kids, they hold tightly to the mother's tummy. The mother is not bothered. It appears as if it is not concerned. It goes on climbing the trees and branches. The children cling to the mother. The cat was running after the kitten. Here, monkey, children, kids are tightly holding the mother's mother, and it is climbing and jumping. And it is not bothered about the kitten. Only the children make an effort. Why? The child monkey holds on tightly to its mother, while the mother appears as if it is unconcerned about this child. But this is the way of training the child to hold tightly for its safety and welfare. The children should be taught how to protect themselves. Independence. American children. Marjal Kishoram is Indian children. We go on feeding the children, even if they are 8 years old, 10 years old. But here, at the age of 1, because the mother has to go to the office. So, the lifestyles of cat and monkey are different. They adapt to different techniques for the bringing of the kids. Their lifestyles. There is no difference in the love of a cat or monkey for their kitten. Love is the same, motherhood is the same. The mother monkey loves her children, the mother cat also loves her children. Here motherhood is the same, approaches differ. Why I am saying this is, the cat is anxious to rescue her kitten because they are helpless. They cannot see, the kitten cannot see. They cannot walk. So the mother has to take care of. Bhakti belongs to that Marjal Kishora. Markata, the monkey is developing self-effort, self-confidence to climb and jump from the trees. So it is meaningless to debate which is better, Bhakti or Jnana. So Marjala or Markata, both are mothers only. No use debating over the superiority between Bhakti and Jnanam. Both are complementary. Both are paths leading to the destination. No conflict between them, as there are two stages of development, spiritual development. The flower and the sun, spiritual. Bhakti spreads its fragrance like a flower. Now, knowledge gives us the delicious state, taste of the divine fruit. Bhakti is the flower, knowledge is the fruit. So bhakti flower only becomes the fruit. So in the initial stages bhakti, then later on the knowledge develops. In the initial stages we see Devi in only the Vigrahas. Then you start seeing the Devi in Balas or the guests who come to our house, Dampatis who come, Suvasani Puja, Kanya Puja, Anta Brahmamayam, Anta Ramamayam. That knowledge comes only after the bhakti develops into a fruit. So fruit is delicious. This is attractive. That is the difference. Both are different stages. Because bhakti gives us a glimpse of the dance of Gopikas with Krishna, representing the divine ecstasy of the Lord. That the ecstasy is between the Gopikas and Krishna. Knowledge reveals the celestial dance of Shiva and Shakti. That is knowledge. Both of them, both these bhakti and jnana are divine experiences and bring in the blissful moments. You get the bliss out of bhakti, out of jnana also. Then the third one is the lake containing water. This is karma yoga. Bhakti yogam is over, jnana yogam is over. Now karma yoga. Karma yoga means action. Yoga in action is indicated by the lake. The lake provides nutrition to the lotus. It is not enough if the sun gives only sunlight. The bloom only as long as the water nourishes the lotus, it is okay. If the water in the lake dries up, the lotus will wither away. So knowledge is not enough for the lotus. Lotus should have the water also, because water gives nourishment. So it is not enough if you have bhakti and jnana, you have to put it in practice. You cannot say, I have lot of bhakti, I have not lot of knowledge. If you don't put it in practice. That's what they say, no? An ounce of practice is 1,000 times better than a pound of knowledge, preaching. So, practice is important. That is what the lake. No matter how learned we are, if the knowledge is not put in practice, it is of no use. Any knowledge serves its purpose only when it is applied in action. Especially in the spiritual field. కబుర్లు చెప్తే లాభం లేదు, చేసి చూపించు. Especially in the spiritual field, action paramount. Intellectual debates or mere blind belief do not lead to spiritual progress or liberation. In Gita, Krishna Bhagavan explained the great importance. All others only one chapter. Bhakti Yogam, Jnana Yogam and all. But Karma Yogam, he has taken two. Because he is a Karma Yogi. Krishna is a Karma Yogi. Kurukshetram. Kuru. Act. Don't be passive. He was telling Arjuna, be active. Fight the war. Prove yourself. Remember me. And then do the battle. So, Krishna allotted two chapters, Karma Yogam and Karma Sannyasa Yogam. You do the action, but don't expect the results. I will take care of the result. You do the karma not for your pleasure, do the karma for my pleasure. To be in the good books of God, you do the karma. If you are a doctor, not only for earning money, dharma marganlo cheyali. To be in the good books of Krishna, Bhagavantudu kosam, Bhagavantudu mechelaga. To be in the good books of Krishna. If you are a teacher, you must dedicate your service for the God. Adi Karma Yogam, Karma Sannyasa Yogam. She allotted two chapters in both Karma Yoga and Karma Sannyasa. The complete essence of Gita is summed up in one slokam. That is very dear to Swami Vivekananda. Mat Karma Kur. You do the action thinking that it is God's job. Then you will do justice. If you think that it is your job, you will be selfish. You will be money-minded. If you think that it is God's job, that you will do with a dedication. Even while cooking food, all the jobs, mat karma kur, mat paramo. You keep me at the high pedestal. I am doing all this for the God. Mat paramo. Remember that I am the highest. Then your ego will be crushed. Mat paramo. Mat bhaktaha. You be devoted. Enjoy your life. You wear a sari. Offer it to Devi. Prasadam Tisko and you wear a sari. Mat bhaktaha. You make good dishes. Offer to Devi and then enjoy. Nobody stops you from enjoying your life. That is the beauty of Indian philosophy. No rejection. Enjoy. But remember God. Mat bhaktaha. Sangha varjitaha. Don't develop any attachment to that work. Nirvairaha. Don't develop any enmity. Try to see me in all the things around. It is from Vishwarupa Darshanam Shlokam. This includes all the Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga. Know me. K-N-O-W. Have devotion for me. Offer your actions and results for me with a detachment and no enmity. You will reach me. It is appears to be easy, but very difficult. Ajana leni bhakti kuntidi. So only mere bhakti without putting in practice, that is lame. Kuntidi, it won't reach the goal. Bhakti jnanalu leni acharana buddhidi. Devoid of bhakti and jnana, that is buddhidi. If you practice mechanically and do that. We do charity, suppose. I give $1,000 to somebody. Just put it like that. Without any bhakti and jnanam, see the God in him and then offer. Feed the people with affection. And then bhakti jnanamulli leni acharana, that is blind. You are not seeing God in that action. That is what? Practice without devotion and knowledge is blind. How much you know is not important. How much you live is very important. You put it in practice. That is what the spirituality is. So here, Karma Yoga, my pen. 3 things are taken care of. Now come to that swan, Hamsa. Till now, only external things. From here it starts internal, Antarmukha Sadhana. Symbol for meditation. Hamsa represents meditation. It has the unique ability of separating milk from a mixture of water and milk. What is that? Discrimination. Water is separated from milk. Sat and Asat. Asatoma, Satgamaya. What is Asat? Leave it. Bandasara is Asat. Kill him. Leave towards Lalita. Tamasoma, Jyotirgamaya. From the darkness. You are steeped in tamogunam. From the darkness, you come to the light. Jyotirgamaya. Bharatiyata means turning towards life. Bha means light. Bhakti, there is light. Bhagavatam, there is light. Bhagavan, there is light. Bharat, there is light. Rata means the one who is absorbed. Is Rata. Andulance Rati vachindi. Involved. Rata means the one who is absorbed or interested in Bha. What is Bha? Bhaga. Surya kuda Bha. Bhargo, Devasya Dhimahi, Gayatri Mantra. So Sanskrit is such a language, so much of meaning is conveyed in just a 2-lettered word. So Bharata means the one who is interested in the light. What is that light? We see so much light in Western countries and all. We see the same sun and moon here also. But that sun is within you. The sun, Udyat Bhanu Sahasrava, 1,000 times. Udayinche Suryudu. That light is within you. To find out that light, the people who are interested in finding out that inner light is called Bharati Guru. That nation is called Bharat. That light is seen here in this Ajna Chakram in the form of a column of light. That is why we put the tilak here. It is a sacred place, it is not a beauty spot. It is a sacred place where that light is, the spiritual light is seen here. We are proud of that custom to show that we belong to that lineage where we want to see the light within us. It is not to show off. It is for the universal good. So, we need not be ashamed of that. Especially in the people who are doing Adhyatmik Sadhana. When you come for classes, you have to put that bottu. When you learn music, when you go for dance classes, when you do pujas, you have to put that bindi, tilakam. So that is what they say. This bharata, that bha is light. So that asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, from darkness towards light, you lead me. This discrimination between what is good and bad is shown by the Hamsa. A sadhaka, an aspirant, should be like that. What is good for you, you take. Choose between. See, these are all I told you, this is symbolism, what I am talking about. Ganapati has the ears, Chorpa Karna. He can be so beautiful, no? He can do plastic surgery and make it small. No. He is Chorpa Karna. Like Chatalu. Chorpa means, in English, winnows. Why? Because they drive away the bad things and they are always interested in listening. Shravanam, ears. He listen to the good things, drive away the bad things. Ganapati is teaching the students. Adi manchidi vinu, cheddadi vadile. Vinnos. So choose between Sat and Asat. Seek the true knowledge and abstain from the cravings from worldly pleasures. So that is what this royal swan, leaving out the water and taking the milk, represents. It is important for the sadhakas, for a spiritual person who really want to see the light. They have to follow some rules and regulations. So swan represents sattva gunam. The color is white. Sattva gunam. It is very rarely honks. Amsadvani. It maintains dignified silence of peace and purity. All the birds are there. Look at the crow. Kaki gola. So tamogunam. That is tamogunam. This is sattvagunam. Very rarely, 1 or 2 times it makes sound, I believe. Swan. All the time it is in silence. That is why while in the sadhana, while the crow makes raucous noise because of its tamogunam, that is why people keep mauna vratam to control the mind. It is not enough if you keep quiet. If I get angry with somebody that day, I won't talk. But it doesn't mean that my mind is under control. I'll be scolding that person 100 times. If I'm angry, one or two bad words will do the job. But if I shut my mouth, my mind will be busy. It reminds me of my childhood experience. When we were in first standard or so, we used to make a lot of noise, as usual. The teacher used to say, finger on your mouth. We used to keep the finger on my mouth, but still talking to this girl and talking to that girl. We used to even quarrel with them, fight with them, but we are very obedient. We used to keep the finger. So, we have become big. Now we keep Mauna Vratam, and I get a phone call from my friend, and I type the message. I am doing Mauna Vratam, please don't disturb me. If you want a question, you put the question, I will give the message. I will be typing the messages and she will be asking questions. What bhaji you made, how to make that sambar, all that she will be asking, and I will be doing messages, and I am doing my Mauna Vratam. This smartphone and smart people. That is not Mauna Vratam. Maunam ante manassu. Silent type of value. Mind should be at standstill. Mind should not work. So, this is practiced in order to control the mind. Because Muni Manasa Hamsika. Lalita Sasnam. That Hamsa is breath. So, when you are in silence, when your mind is at standstill, then the breath is like a small swan. Hamsika is a small swan, baby swan. So that breath is short and you are not agitated. You are at Prashanta Stilonta. That is Muni Manasa Hamsika. That is the time Lalita is realized in your mind. That is the stage of meditation. That's what I told. Swan means antarmukhatvam. We are starting to go inside of you. So swan is a symbol for our breath. Hamsa, you must be knowing. Your teachers have told you. Ha is Shiva. Ha, breath is going out. We are dying. Sa, taking the breath. We are living. Ha is death. Sa is life. Ha is Shiva. Sa is Devi. They are made for each other. Compatibility. You need not be like him only. He need not be like you. But still they are happy. Hamsa. So Ha is Shiva. Sa is Shakti. Their union is that Anuswaram. Hamsa. That breath is Hamsa. So where is Devi? Saraswati is sitting. Brahma, Saraswati, Gayatri, their vehicle is Hamsa. So they are in your breath. They are not in the Satyalokam. They are not in the Vaikuntham. They are in your breath. Hamsa. It is a symbol for our breath. Vehicle for Brahma, Saraswati, Gayatri. Its two wings are our inhaling and exhaling. In Sanskrit they are called Rechakam, Purakam. Breath is not the air or oxygen supplied to the lungs for your respiration. It is the prana shakti. It is the vital energy. So, after a person is gone, if you put an oxygen cylinder, he cannot survive again. That is the prana shakti, vital energy. So that is Hamsa. So here our inner journey starts with meditation. At the first step, we start observing the flow of breath across the nostrils. The right side, solar energy. Yesterday I told you, Tatanka Yugali Bhuta. Right side, solar energy, sun. We put sun here, dancers. Left side, lunar energy. We put that moon here. This is Pingala Nadi. This is Ida Nadi. This is Ganga. This is Yamuna. The middle one, Sushumna, is Saraswati. Antarvahini. That cannot be seen. So, during that meditation, what you are supposed to do is, we'll touch our nose like this. I pay pranayama. No, that is not the pranayama. You have to bring that Ida Shakti, Pingala Shakti, both the solar and lunar energies, and make them go through the Sushumna Nadi. Sushumna Nadi, channelizing the life energy into Sushumna. That is what is called pranayama. The Antarmukha sadhana starts with pranayamam. When you know the technique of merging that solar energy and lunar energy in the Sushumna Agni Kundalini, then the mind is at standstill. Then the mind is Nischalatvam. You will get that sadhana. There is a correlation between why all this. Is it not enough if you throw flowers and kumkum at Devi's feet? No. We are trying to find out where Devi is. People are all saying this is a temple, Devi is there. Unless it becomes your experience, you can't have that pleasure. There is correlation between our breathing and the flow of thoughts in our mind. Naturally, if you are agitated, if you are angry, if you are in fear, your BP raises, no? The rate of breathing increases. The movement of breath is related to the agitation in the mind. When breathing is suspended or slowed down, our thoughts are also suspended. That is why there is a relationship between your breathing and your thoughts. So before you start your puja or ritual, you try to control your mind by doing pranayamam so that your mind is at standstill. That is why yogi regulates breath to gain control over the mind. Lalita Sahasranamam has the name. I told you it is not the mere names or description of Devi. It's all about Yoga Shastra, Rahasya Namalu, how to find out that Devi within you. Marali, Manda, Gamana. Marali means female Hamsa. which is very gracefully moving. Marali. Mandagamana, slow moving. The gait of a swan is referred to the Prana Shakti. The energy, the Kundalini Shakti, which is moving within you slowly. That Prana Shakti. You can observe the breath. Nowadays in Telugu channels and all we say, Shwasapai Dhyasa Unchu. You have to observe where that Shwasa. Ramana Maharshi says, you go along with the Shwasa and find out from where that Shwasa comes, that is your original place. From there, I, Soham comes from Hamsa. That is the source from where that Hamsa comes. Then you realize yourself. That is the Kamakala, Navavarna Puja you draw, Kamakala, Aham. That is the place. Your mind has to reach there. Then the stand still. Stillness comes up. So here meditation is the state of mental relaxation and calming the mind through the breath control, pranayama. This state of mind is called Vaikuntham. In Tirupati and all advertisement, if you give 50,000 rupees, you get Vaikuntham. By paying 50,000 rupees, if you reach Vaikuntham, all the people will be there only overcrowded. So this is not the Vaikuntham. Ekkada ఆలోచనలు కుంఠితముగా అయిపోకుండా ఉంటాయి, అది వైకుంఠం. Where you peace is there. Vaikuntham, who is there in Vaikuntham? Lord Vishnu. Who is Vishnu? Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam. He is the personification of peace. Who is Lakshmi? Contentment. Where there is contentment, peace will be there. Where there is peace, contentment will be there. They are Jodi, made for each other. It is not enough if you do Lakshmi Sahasranamam and Vishnu Sahasranamam. Develop that peace and contentment in your life. Then Lakshmi will come herself and Narayana will come himself. They are inseparable. Here, this state of mind is called Vaikuntham, the abode of Vishnu. In Telugu, you should excuse me if I speak, certain things should be in Telugu only. Prahlada was a devotee who believed in Vishnu. The father says, don't cling on to that God. You enjoy your kingly life. This life is meant for enjoyment. You are the son of a king. So leave Vishnu. Come back from there. Then he is in Antarmukha, Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. All the time absorbed in that Narayana Bhakti. Then when the father forces him to come out, then he says, Mandakini Vichikala Tugu Rayam Che Janune Taranginulaku. Rayam Cha means swan, Rajahamsa. That swan is slowly moving and swaying calmly in the still waters of Mandakini. Mandakini is the Ganga river which moves very slow. There is no rushing and gushing. Mandakini is the name of the Ganga river. There that breath is moving very slow and peaceful, and so peaceful and calm. And he is asking that Hamsa to come and enjoy in the rushing and gushing and turbulent, chaotic Samudram. Taranginulu ante Samudram. You are asking that swan to come and enjoy in that ocean which is full of turbulence, chaos. It cannot come. That is the inner meaning. Mandakini Vichikala Tugu, it is enjoying. Rayancha Janune Taranginalaku, is it possible? Will it come? So my mind is not coming out from the feet of Narayana to this chaotic thoughts of yours. That is what Prahlada says. The swan is enjoying the still waters of Mandakini. It will not like or prefer to go to the rushing, gushing, chaotic waves of the sea. My mind is not willing to move from the calmness of Antarmukhatvam into Bahirmukhatvam. This concept of mind control. So this Hamsa is not a simple bird. It represents Sattva Gunam. It represents mind control. They are attached to that lotus and water and sun. They are all together. Here, the concept of mind control is well captured, but Annamaya, the celestial poet, he sings in one song, he is admonishing his mind. His mind is playing tricks. Then he is admonishing his mind and he is saying, Antata Tane Nindi Undaga, Arigedekadike O Manasa. God is everywhere, omnipresent. Why are you running here and there, searching for Him? Be still and find out. Be still and find out. Yesterday when I saw the pillow, I said, yeah, okay. Be still. In the stillness of the mind, God is realized. God is realized in silence. Where is silence in this world? From morning till night, there is so much of noise in the TVs and in the mobile phones. We never sit for meditation. So this mind, this concept of mind control is well captured. Antata Tane Nindi Undaga, Arige Dekkadike Manasa, why are you roaming about, wandering? Yedu Kondalonu Yedalon Undaga, Ege Dekkadike O Manasa, all the 7 hills are in you. Muladhara, Mujaruda, Swadhisthana, Mujagata, Vishuddha Chakra Nilaya, Agnya Chakrabja Nilaya. She is telling that I am there in all the psychic lotuses in your body. They are the 7 hills. Try to peep in and see how she looks like. Nee edalo undaga, nee hridayallo unnadadi. Arige dekkadike o manasa. Why are you roaming about? Tirunavamu nee naluka tirigite, Achyuta, Ananta, Govinda, all the names, Sahasranamalu. Chant those names. Chant those names. That is why in olden days we used to name our children after gods and goddesses. Now we search for the names which don't contain any meaning. Fashionable ga undali. Knowingly or unknowingly, after the name of God, at least you will get some punyam. Tirunamamu ni naluka tirugute, when you chant, tiruga nerene o manasa. Why are you chatting here and there and wandering about? The nature of mind is wander about, isn't it? Tiruga nelane o manasa, nilachine chotane nija vaikuntam. Where is the vaikuntam? Nilachine chota. The mind should be still. Nilachine chotane nija vaikuntamu nilukada kaligite o manasa. Nilukada. Steadiness. The mind should be steady. For the students who study, for the people who meditate, for the jobs you do, intuition develops if you sit in still. So, be still, get peace. That is Vishnu, Vaikuntham. So, thus the swan represents Sattvagunam and mind control, which is very important, seeking the spiritual progress. Those who want to progress in this spiritual field, mind control should be there. That is why we cannot control the mind. So devotees, Shankaracharya and all, they offer the mind, oh Shiva, you please accept my mind. My mind is a monkey. You are asking for Bhiksha, going from house to Adi Bhikshu. You take this monkey and take along with you. So without my mind I will be happy. There are 2 processes. Either you offer or let him come and snatch away. Both things are there. One fellow was there, he never wanted to part with any of things. Very miser. He never wanted to give anything. His hands were very tight. Even shake hands, he never used to give. Hand here, kada. So he never wanted to part with anything. One day he fell into a well. And people tried to rescue, help another. People wanted to rescue. And people said, they stretched their hands and asked him, you give your hand. He said, no, I can't give. He was ready to die, he didn't want to give. Then another fellow said, who knew about his nature, you take my hand. Immediately grabbed it. So either if you are not willing to give, you take. The same trick Shankaracharya played. You come and take my mind. Because I cannot get rid of my mind. Mind is so tricky. I cannot offer my mind. Oh Lord Shiva, you come and grab my mind. Manolayam. That is the mind control. So here, this concept is shown by the Swami. Now comes the snake. Snake is called Sarpa in Sanskrit. It is both a noun and a verb. Noun is Sarpa, snake, and movement. Sarpa means to flow. Pravahamu, to move. It is a symbol for energy. Energy always moves. It is not steady. It moves. All the gods and goddesses are associated with snakes. You know that. Ganapati has a Naga Yajnopavitanam, shoulder bed. Yajnopavitanam. Shiva has a necklace. Subramanya is a snake god. Parvati bracelets. Vishnu multi-purpose. Sometimes bed, Bhujakshayanam, sometimes umbrella. So multi-purpose. So here all the Devi and Devatas are associated with snake. That means they have that vital energy. That energy is Kundalini Shakti. You know too much about Kundalini Shakti. Is sleeping at the base of the spine with mantra, with yantra, with tantra, with devotion. It is to be awakened. Yesterday I told you the three coils of the snake are Sattvagunam, Rajogunam, Tamogunam. That half head, raised head, that shows the transcendental level. The Omkaram is A, U, Ma, and that nasal sound is that Gunatita, 3.5. That is what is depicted in yesterday's Kubja story. The three deformities. One is leg, one is hand, and one is chin. The three deformities of the Kubja are the three coils, that Kundalini. You have to remove that twist, deformities. When it passes through Mooladhara and Swadhisthana, Agni Kundalini, energy of Agni, that is Mahakali. She comes as Mahakali and removes the Tamogunam. First Tamogunam, sleeping, no? The body is attached to the pleasures. That is the Kaliya. Krishna dances on Kaliya. The Tamogunam is removed. So Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Agni Kundalini, Mahakali, Manipura and Anahata, Surya Kundalini, Mahalakshmi, and Vishuddhi and Ajna, it is Chanda Kundalini, and it is called Mahasaraswati. In Sahasrara, she joins Shiva and she becomes Shiva Shakti. She is Lalita. Here, all these yogas are, which are in Bhagavad Gita, Bhakti Yogam, Jnana Yogam, Karma Yogam, Dhyana Yogam, Kundalini Yogam. 5 yogas are taught here. This is connected with a shloka of Shankaracharya. Recently I came to know. Till now I did not know. You all must be knowing the shloka. Satsangatve nissangatvam, nissangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalatatvam, nischalatatve jivan mukti. Satsangatvam, that's the first thing. Lotus is bhakti, leads to satsangatvam. When you always say Rama, 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 Govinda, Govinda, then you are in satsang. Then sun, jnana, leads to nissangatvam. Jnanam, no? What is right, what is wrong? Jnanam, nissangatvam, detachment, developed. Then water represented. Karma yogam, nirmohatmam. Nirmohatmam means cravings are removed. When you are attached to these pleasures, you get those cravings. Nirmohatvam, when you are making an evolution, climbing up the ladder towards the divinity, you should get over this. When you are going towards Bhandasara, you have to go down deeper. This is patanamo, adi uttanamo. So nirmohatvam, this is karma yoga. Then swan, jnana yogam, I told you, nischala tattvam. Nischala tattvam is stilling the mind. Then serpent, that kundalini, jivan mukti. That kundalini, when you reach that kundalini, open hooded. in that Sahasrara Kamalam Kundalini. So all the gods have that, this thing means self-realized persons have that. So the essence of this sloka is, essence of the Upanishads is beautifully depicted in this emblem. This profound symbolism is visualized by none other than Swami Vivekananda. In his meditation, he didn't draw, he didn't imagine, he didn't plan. He just sat in meditation, all the things come to him. That is the nature of tapasya. All the things are included in that. So we owe our gratitude to that Rishi, Swami Vivekananda. Thank you. And now, if there is time, I will talk something about Guru Tatvam with the permission of Brahma, Radha, time and rest.
Everybody is captive audience. So, more than happy.
My daughter-in-law kept the watch here, controlled. I told her. Guru, because all this is with Guru's grace. So we must give a tribute to him. So some few words about Guru Tattva. We cannot explain the Guru Mahima in few words. చెప్పండి.
Go ahead. Go with the flow, whatever comes.
We wander from cradle to tomb, not knowing our true nature, our destination. We are so busy studying the external world that we have forgotten to know the internal. That is why the sage or poet Kabir, he said, "None is poor, O Bhikshu, everyone has got rubies in his bundle. But how to open the knot, K-N-O-T? He does not know, and therefore he is a pauper. The bundle is there, gems, but he does not know how to open, so he thinks he is a poor man, he is asking for a bhiksha here and there. We are all beggars. We are like the musk deer. The person who tells you how to open the knot and find the rubies inside, he is the Guru. He will tell you where are the rubies, how to open the knot, all the procedures, he will teach you. That is the Guru. We are like the musk deer, Kasturi Mrugam, searching all around, outside of us, the fragrance, all the around, outside of us, the fragrance is coming from within, he does not know. Not knowing that the fragrance is coming from within, the person who leads you to that source of fragrance is the Guru. This is a very famous thing by now, you must be knowing. Deho Devalaya, the body is the temple. Jivo Deva Sanatanaha, the soul inside you is God. How can we believe that? Tadej Ajnana Nirmalyam, remove that ignorance. Then Soham Bhavena Pujye. When the Ajnanam is removed, the Shvasa goes Soham, Soham. 21,600 times it repeats the Japam, Ajapa Gayatri within you. It is telling you, I am the God within you, I am saying you, I am telling you, I am there. Soham, I am there. But you are not listening. I told you, we are too busy listening to the outside sounds. So Ajnana Nirmalyam is removed, the curtain is removed, Taratiya Radha, Jagaraj. You have to remove that curtain. You get realization that I am that. That is Soham Bhavana. The person who lifts the curtain for you, drives away the ignorance, is the Guru. Because he has gone through that. It is not from the books he is telling. He had that experience. He has seen how she looks like. It is said, a man who knows about others is wise. A man who knows about himself is enlightened. That is the difference between wisdom and enlightenment. We are all wise people. We are computer engineers, doctors, and enlightened people. And He is a scientist. He realized that God cannot be realized by science. He reached the saturation point. He left the science. He went into philosophy. He found it. Indriyatitamainadi adhyatmikata. It cannot be just like an earthworm trying to swallow the Himalayas. The science is like an earthworm. It is trying to swallow the Himalayas. Not possible. So it is said a man who knows about himself is enlightened. Here, yesterday I told about Brahmaraketakam, I will not repeat that today. That's why in the walls of the Greek temples it is written, to know God, know yourself. And the entrance of the temple, it is written. So don't think that our religion is different, Greek religion is different. To know God, know yourself. Nan yar, nen avaru, who am I? Ramana Maharshi. First find out, where is that soham? So here, that caterpillar was thinking that it is a caterpillar insect. One day that wise man came and told, whispered something in the ear, then it went into that stillness of the mind, dhyanam chesindadi. When a caterpillar can do that meditation, why can't we do? That caterpillar, after 40 days, Diksha, it has become a beautiful butterfly. Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. The one who knows God becomes God. So, here, the moment he realizes who he is, he loses his identity with his body, his name, parents, he becomes all-pervading spirit. That is why Shirdi Sai, we didn't say who his parents were, where he was born, because he's lost all his identity. He has identified himself with that spirit. So I was there before Mahabharata time. I was there before Ramayana time. We considered him as Pagal Fakir, crazy man. Who are crazy? We are he. Adi akkada. Ancheti ikkada unnadi entante, Krishna said, Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. The one who knows Brahman becomes Brahman. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, there is no difference between me and a Brahmagyani or Tattvajnani. There is no difference between me and Guru or Tattvajnani. He proclaimed, that is what he says. There is no difference, Tattvajnani or Yogi, self-reliant person. That is why they never say that I am God, but Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, when moving, he used to say, I am a child at the feet of that mother. Vivekananda saw Mother Kali in Ramakrishna Paramahamsa many times. And in Shirdi, many people saw Dattatreya or Ganapati or Panduranga Vitthal in Shirdi Sai. How could they get that vision? It is not imagination. So this experience is well explained beautifully by Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. You must be knowing, but I will repeat it again. A salt doll went to measure the depth of the ocean. Salt doll. When it reached the shore of that ocean, it saw the sea, how to measure the depth. It took an inch tape with it, no problem. But rushing and dashing waves and the turbulent waves, it was scared. How can I go near that? Then a wise man was going by and he suggested, as long as you are different from it, you cannot measure it. You have to become one with it. Then only you can measure the thing. Then he entered the sea. Slowly with fear. Slowly when he was entering, he realized he was melting and his body was disappearing. His identity is losing. Then he started wondering, who am I? Body is removed. Mind is removed. Who am I? One chakra is crossing Kundalini Shakti. Deha Bhranti poindi. Vishnu Grandhi is broken. Rudra Grandhi is broken. So he is getting rid of all the deformities. Who am I? That started. And then I am the ocean. Then he realized, I am the ocean From where I came, he was the salt doll. Ocean is made of salt. So, Aham Brahmasmi. I'm from that ocean, from where I came. That is why Kabir, in Hindi, Lali dekhan mai gayi, mai bhi ho gayi lal. Lali in Hindi, for the God, beloved, they say Lali. So I went in search of the beloved goddess. Mai bhi ho gayi lal. I became that. Just like the salt doll became the ocean. Just like the caterpillar became the butterfly. Jita dekho tita lal. After I became Lali, whenever I see Lali only. Everything appears divine. There is no enmity. There is no duality. For Ekanath or Ekanath. For Ganga water he wanted to do Abhishekam for Shiva. That donkey was dying and he put that Ganga water in his throat and he said Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. With Namakam and Chamakam he did that Abhishekam to the donkey. For him he is a foolish man. He wasted all his time and energy bringing Ganga water and pouring in the donkey's mouth. He said, I saw Shiva there. Lali dekhan mai gayi, mai bhi ho gayi lal. Jit dekho tit lal. Safa se mil gaya. This is Sufi Sampradaya. Safa se mil gaya. Safa is God. जो साफ है वो गॉड है, पवित्र. तो कुछ सफा हो गया, खुदी मिट गई तो खुद खुदा हो गया. खुदी means not selfishness. खुदी means identification with the body. Identification with the body is removed, then I became that. We have to, there are two sockets in our body, Mother Teresa said, body and spirit. You have to remove that body identification and identification with the spirit. Kshetra Vibhagi Yogamu in Bhagavad Gita. So, when you attach yourself to that divine, you become Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. The one who knows about God becomes God. That is why we say Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheswara. The Guru, he has seen Devi, he has merged himself with that, he became Devi, so we worship the Guru. అది తెలిస్తే ఇది అది అయిపోతుంది, అది తెలిస్తే ఇది అది అయిపోతుంది in Telugu. Whatever may be the language, the essence is the same. Here, Sambhavami Yuge Yuge. In Datta Sampradayam, Rama Krishna come to annihilate the negativities. But Dattatreya comes as Avadhutas, as Gurus, as prophets, or self-realized souls. Like Ramana Maharshi, Shankaracharya, Christ, Buddha, Guru Nanak, Shirdi Sai, Satya Sai, and Gurus, our Guru, who come to remove the Ajnanam and spread Advaitam. There is no end to Datta Avataras. They are like big ships which not only cross the ocean themselves but carry many passengers to other shore. And every Guru has a special way. All the ways lead to the same shore, same destination. So here there is one slokam. The faith you have got in the mantra, in the pilgrimage spot, in the Guru or the Devi you worship, the faith is directly proportional to the grace. If you have intense faith, you will get intense grace. That is what they say. Anyway, I want to wind up. Kabir was given Rama Mantram by a Guru, Siddha Purusha. As soon as I was repeating that Rama Mantram, he could connect with Rama and he had enlightenment, Kabir. He was so overwhelmed with joy, he wanted to share that joy with others and he called all the people, come, I'll give you Rama Mantram. And he said, Rama, Rama, Rama. All they said, oh my God, I know already all this. So, what is there in this? I know all this. They walked away, mocking, laughing and mocking at him. They didn't have faith in the mantra, they didn't have faith in the Guru. So that is what they say, the faith and the grace, they flow directly. Only a strong mind can understand the grace, only a strong mind can receive the grace, only a strong mind can respond to the grace. If you start doubting, condemning, judging, the door of grace is closed. That is why Shraddhavan labhate cha jnanam. Those who have faith, samshayatma vinasyati. Who have doubts, they cannot reap the benefits out of that. So, the last one we say, the hero is the one who kindles a great light in the world with blazing torch in his hand. Hero is the one who has a torch in his hand and brings light, walks through, gives light. Great light in the world with blazing torch in the dark streets of the world. But the Guru is the one who walks through the dark paths of the world, himself a light. He need not carry any light. He himself a light. Every pore of his body is full of divinity. That is the Guru. So that is the Guru. Guru's grace. Anything can be achieved. Yesterday somebody was asking me, how do you get all this? I read books and all, but without Guru's grace, I may not be able to convey my thoughts to you. Since I read some these things, shared this thing, I like to share with you. Difference between a Guru and a teacher. And another thing interesting, there is no equivalent word for Guru in English. Tell me, teacher, instructor, master. What is Guru? Guru's equivalent word? That is only in Sanskrit. Guru is not a teacher. Guru is not an instructor. Spiritual knowledge ichivade Guru. Difference between a Guru and a teacher. A teacher takes responsibility for your growth. A Guru makes you responsible for your growth. A teacher gives you things you do not have and require. A Guru takes away things you have, you do not require. Your ahankaram, your pride, all these things he takes away. A teacher answers your questions. A Guru questions your answers. A teacher requires obedience and discipline from the pupil. A Guru requires trust and humility. He doesn't require obedience. He requires trust and humility. A Guru, a teacher is a guide on the path. A Guru is a pointer to the way. This is the way, follow. Because he has traversed that path. A teacher sends you on the road to success. A Guru sends you on the road to freedom. So Buddha has to become Buddha now. I told you now. A teacher explains the world and its nature to you. A Guru explains yourself and your nature to you. A teacher gives you knowledge and boosts your ego. A Guru takes away your knowledge and punctures your ego. A teacher instructs you. A Guru constructs you. A teacher sharpens your mind. A Guru transcends, makes you transcend your mind. Mind should be killed. That is why Shiva killed Manmada. We think it is a tragic thing. Poor fellow, he has arranged marriage between Shiva and Parvati, that Manmada, he was burnt into ashes. It's a tragic thing, no? But that is the greatest boon he has given to Manmada. To remove the mind, Manolayam. A Guru touches your spirit, a teacher reaches your mind. One can always find a teacher, but a Guru has to find and accept you. A teacher leads you by his instructions. A Guru leads you by example. So that is the greatness of Guru. And another last word I want to wind up. No explanation, no words can describe Guru's Tatvam. Only it should be experienced. I experienced it. And let us hope we all experience. He has come all the way from there, Devipuram, to this place. When he was leaving for Upasaka, it's my personal experience. He just gave me mantra. I was not interested in mantra. I knew that he is my well-wisher, but because he gave, I got it. Now I know I am blessed. So when he gave that mantra, he was going for Upasaka. I said, Guru Garu, if I need any clearance for my doubts and all, how to solve these doubts? Who will answer? He said, your mantra is your guru. I am there with you in the form of mantra. I thought he may give his phone number or write a letter or something. And he said, I am there with you. Who can say that? As long as you repeat your mantra, I am there with you. So he has entered me through the mantra. That is the mantra diksha. Di means divine. He has given the divine spark to me. Ksha ante kshayam. Papamalani kshayamaipai. All the samskaras, previous negative samskaras are removed. And the divinity is passed on to that. That is what is called diksha. The diksha. So, thanks to the Guru, our offering of our Shraddha as an offering to the Guru is our service to him. Do the mantras, have faith in the Guru, have faith in the mantras, everything will be taken care of. Srimati Namaha. Swasti.
I think we have all been touched to the depths of our heart by our words today. I can't say anything more. It's my pleasure to be with my children. I cannot go to India now, so they are reminding me of my old days with them.
Srimati Amma, Sri Guru Amma. It's it's a blessing to be able to listen to Sundari Amma over and over again. I mean, any number of times you listen to her, it's just it's waves and waves of pleasure. That's all I can say. We have been, we've known her ever since we were born. So, as she was saying, the grace of the Guru is something that you cannot explain in words. It's only to be experienced. And so we all have seen how that grace has flown and continues to flow through her. So I can only express more gratitude and thanks on behalf of all of us here, and also all those people who are watching on YouTube. We always keep telling Sundari Amma, please keep giving out these gems of understanding, this knowledge, because it is such a rarity these days. Either you have people who wax eloquent, on the scriptures, pure scriptures, or you have people just talking about, day-to-day things. But there's somebody who can connect all of these things up and give it to you in such a language that you can immediately understand what it is all about, and you're able to apply it in your life. That is the ultimate thing, to be able to apply it back into your own life. That is what is really, these things, to listen to it and then think, yeah, it was nice. That's not enough. You have to be able to apply it back into your own life, and that is what marks a true teacher, a true Guru. And so, thank you on behalf of all of us, and Chaitanya and Vidya.
My thanks to this family, Chaitanya and Vidya, and all other devotees.
Pleasure, and we are so lucky that we here.
No problem.
Done.
Hiranmayi.
My Bangatali. Come on. కాఫీలో కాకుండా కూడా థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ అమ్మకి
దాన్ని Yes, on- లేదు కొంచెం మొహమాట పడుతుంది చైతన్య ఆ బ్యాగ్ కూడా ఇచ్చి on this occasion I would also like to request Malcolm McWhirter to come forward. He has been guiding light to Sri Vidya Upasakas in San Francisco, and he is going to be now shifting to Portugal and start a new life over there. And I'm sure that with all his experience, with all his sadhana, he is going to be able to build up a whole new community of Sri Vidya Upasakas there in Portugal. For the moment in Lisbon, and then thereafter we'll see how Devi guides him further. So we would like to ask Sundari Amma to just present PC.
This is in Telugu, but it says సీమిత వ్యక్తిని మాత్రమే కాదు నీలో దాగిన సాక్షిని నేను. So I am not the limited being that you may think I am the witness which remains within you at all times.
He is there within you. Yeah, he is coming with you to Portugal. Very good action.
Touch. You can clap. Sri Chakra pendant.
You need a few more hands.
Come in. Would you like to say something?
Very surprised. I'm very honored to meet you, Sundari Amma, seeing your Satsangs online, and have wanted to meet you and recognize you for a long time. So this is quite a surprise that I'm again. And thank you to the whole Devipuram family for being so encouraging. I've only had a few conversations with Guruji many years ago, but his few words then sparked a 20-year journey that was completely unforeseen by me. And I am eternally grateful. And it's led me now to leaving and going to lands far away, just inspired by his words and inspired by Sri Vidya, with the hope of drawing other people to this light to get the benefits that I've received. So, thank you all very much.
Take Sri Vidya to Portugal.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
ఎన్నిసార్లు పంపుతావు బాబు? Okay.
I just like to say a few words. Guruji, though he is confined to 3 daughters and a small family, we never saw him like that. Whoever comes, be him from America, Portugal or Canada, all these people are his own family members. That is what we observe. He never gave any special preference or importance to the children or any of us. He has shown what he has preached and practiced. That's the wonderful nature of Guruji. And it was very nicely presented by Sundari Amma, how we should think of it. As a small story of a doll going to the sea to measure the depth of it, it indicates that lose your identity. Then you will come to know what is required. You are fortunate to get a life like this, and much more fortunate to be in the Guru Parampara of Guruji and scholars like Sundari Amma and these ladies who are taking the torch of Guruji to the extent possible to see that it will go to the required people, one and all. So nice of you, Amma, very well explained. And all the viewers in the media, they're also happy to see that this kind of small gathering, though, it makes a lot of difference. Srimati Amma. Congratulations.
So thank you to everybody for both coming here today, yesterday and today, and also for all those people who joined on the YouTube live. It will be our attempt to, a sincere attempt that we shall make to try and bring more and more satsangs to you of Sundari Amma and also of other people who, through their satsangs we will be able to understand better and put these things into our own personal practice. So doing personal practice as well as trying to take these teachings to other people across the world. So even though we may be still baby in practice, we can try to spread the word to other people. And it is such, so we have Swati here who has been to Devipuram several times, and then she found a coincidence, with Nilesh's brother, they stay very close to each other. So it's like Devi brings people together, whomever she wants, that they should come and know about her. So automatically she brings them together. So it's such a wonderful thing to be part of this Devipuram, Devi's family, Devipuram family, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, Sri Matre Namaha, Sri Gurubhyo Namaha.